Hello and welcome to another episode of Psychic Sunday. This is Reverend Erin-Ashley, the founder of Spiritual Mechanic, spiritualmechanic.com. This episode is all about the hidden benefits of being an empath. And I wanted to talk about this mostly because I get emails almost every week, usually more than one email, about someone who's an empath and then they feel like it's a curse. They don't like it. They can't find the good in it. They don't know how to manage it. And so I want to talk about some of the benefits because this can be a huge blessing if you allow it to be. Now, regardless of whether you're an empath or not, we're going to cover this. That way you have a little bit more insight. So what you're going to learn in this video is very simple. First, we're going to do a quickie overview of what an empath is and how to know whether you are one or not. We're going to talk about how being super sensitive is your superpower because you can change your state like a boss. We're going to talk about how you invite and develop a deep sense of connection easily, which is a gift, how you are a counselor and a healer to your friends and family if you're an empath, and how you transmute energy and how that works, what that means, and how compassion heals the world. So I'm really excited about this. So let's dive on in. First off, let's just cover the basics. What's an empath? Maybe this is the first time you've heard this, or maybe you just still have some questions. Long story short, an empath feels other people's or others' stuff as though it is their own. So let's talk about a couple of different types of empaths and how it works. Empaths will feel animals' stuff as though it's their own. So if an animal is in distress, they will feel distressed. Now, the important distinction here is this isn't just about sympathy. This isn't just empathy where you empathize with someone else. This is where on a physiological level, you feel the emotions or the physical pain or the sensation as though it is your own. So animal empaths feel animals' distress as though it is their own distress. Emotional empaths feel other people's emotions as though it is their own emotions. So if someone's angry, they'll feel angry. If someone's upset, they'll be upset. And it's physiological, it's biological. Physical empaths feel other people's physical stuff. So if someone has a knee that hurts, a physical empath will also have a knee that hurts. An earth empath feels the earth stuff. So they will notice things, their energy will shift right before earthquakes or natural disasters. They will get sensations whenever there's geomagnetic storms. And that's typical for an earth empath. A global empath will feel the emotional pattern of the entire Earth, basically the world's energy, the human population. So if there's a major global tragedy, they will feel emotionally distressed, even if they don't know about the tragedy yet. So that is the basics of being an empath. Okay, so before I start talking about all the wonderful things that come with being an empath, I want to talk about a beginner mistake. Whenever you are first learning about being an empath, what it means, there are two common things that happen. Some empaths will feel an urge to believe that they are less than others because society has told them that sensitivity is bad, or because they believe that being an empath is a huge curse, etc. So they have this feeling of inferiority, if you will, because they are an empath. Now, on the opposite side of the scale, this is common as well. Some empaths will feel like they are better than others because they have these unique abilities. They will get the sensation that they are special or ordained to help the world and the world can't go on without them. Now, everyone has their own divine gifts. The world is supposed to have all of us. Aware empaths understand that everyone is necessary and everyone is divine in their own right. Even people who are not empaths, even empaths, if you're in the camp that it's easy that you feel less than because you're an empath. And so you want to notice that if you do have this belief within yourself, first off, it's super common. Almost everyone goes through this at some point or another, especially as you're learning to be an empath. It usually starts off with feeling a little bit less than, and then it swings a little bit too far into the other direction where you feel like you're super special versus other people. In comparison to other people, you're more special than others, not that you're not special. And so you don't have to buy into it. Just notice it. Give yourself permission to notice it without judging it as bad or absolutely wrong. Because again, this is part of the human experience. It's okay for you to be human. You don't necessarily have to act on it. Now, the part here is you don't want to take action on it, right? If you believe that you're worse than other people, you don't want to put yourself down. And if you are currently in that experience where you're feeling a little bit better than others, don't take action on that, because that's where we tip the scales and go into unhealthy narcissism, unhealthy self-confidence. It's actually a lack of confidence, but that's a completely different video. So just know that that's there, and it's not inherently wrong. It doesn't make you bad. It doesn't necessarily make you good to be an empath. It's just a character trait, and you are here for a very important purpose, but it's not the only important purpose. So everyone is divine. Others are divine, and we're all a part of this wonderful puzzle. We're all doing our own work, so please honor your own unique gifts as well as honoring everyone else's at the same time as best you can in any given moment. All right, let's dive in. Your sensitivity is your superpower. I love this. Society likes to talk badly about being sensitive. It's being weak, it's being a wussy, blah, 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 blah. BS. The empath's superpower is his or her sensitivity. Because here's what it is. First off, this is going to allow you to be very aware of things that other people may or may not be aware of. So you have more capacity for awareness of yourself and others. Second, it allows you to change state very quickly. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, if you're feeling stressed or anxious or depressed, then you have the capacity and capability to shift your physical body posture, your conscious movements, the thoughts you're thinking. You can do meditation, and it can greatly shift your mental, emotional, and physical state with very minimal effort, with a huge impact. Now, most people who are empaths don't realize that they have this capability. So if this is news to you, notice your posture. How are you holding yourself? Are you touching your stomach, for instance? Are you slouching your shoulders? Are you holding yourself really small? Are you tensing? Allow you to change your physical body into a confident posture, and then notice that as you do that, your body is going to come into a state of confidence and peace. It's going to give it space to experience that. You will respond to confident posture and appropriate meditation more quickly than non-empathic people if you're an empath. So it's beautiful. This is fantastic. This is a really, really wonderful edge to have right now in the world. Next, you can invite and develop connection very quickly. Empaths feel what others experience, whether it's emotional, physical, etc. And they tend to communicate subconsciously in a way that promotes true heartfelt connection. And this allows other people in their vicinity to open up and share vulnerabilities that they have never shared before. And this really is a privilege. It doesn't always feel like a privilege, so please do exercise healthy empath boundaries, work on that. But know that this is such a privilege long term. Empaths get to have regular, deep connections like this without having to do as much work as a non-empath. This comes naturally to us. This is our strength. Being a counselor and a healer, most of us gravitate very naturally to doing healing work and counseling work, regardless of whether it's our profession or not, because of our ability to create trusting relationships very quickly. Empaths tend to be wonderful counselors and healers. We get to help people work through their issues and become more healed because of being in our presence, because of working with us. So our friends and our family will often come to us with the problems, and then they will experience significant shifts in their inner peace. And just from talking with us, just from working through stuff with us. And many empaths feel called to become counselors and healers in their professional lives because of this natural ability. And so regardless of whether you are a counselor or a healer in your professional life, that's still an effect that happens because of who you are. It comes from who you are. Now, the important thing to remember here is that you don't have to hold other people's stuff forever. You can transmute energy. And if this is news to you, this is huge and wonderful. Remember whenever I talked about being, you can change your state just a few slides ago. This is where the magic happens. This is really wonderful. This is one of your capabilities. To transmute energy, an empath takes one type of energy and transforms it into another type. So if you have a friend that comes to you with a low vibration, they share this low vibration with you, they walk away happy, and you still feel kind of icky, like you've actually taken that on and you haven't actually fully let it go. Super common with empaths. You actually have the capability of letting that go, transforming that energy very quickly. This is wonderful. So you can use your gift of changing state to transmute that energy. You can release it. You can shift yourself from a lower vibration to a higher vibration very quickly. You can release with practice and transform. And let's talk about how to do this. Compassion is one of the empath's superpowers as well. Now, usually most empaths are very adept at giving other people compassion energy on a regular basis. Now, here is where the transformation happens the most quickly. Give yourself the same compassion that you give to others, and that is going to transmute the energy within yourself just as quickly as it transforms the energy for other people. Whenever you're compassionate with yourself in the same way that you are with others, that completes the healing circle. And it allows you to heal yourself, heal the world, and invite others to give you their ick, if you will, in a way that doesn't keep you bogged down forever. It just flows. You don't hold on to it. It shifts and changes and goes away. So be compassionate with yourself and others. When an empath is aware of how to use compassion appropriately and how to transmute energy by changing their state, then they can transmute their own vibrational and emotional energy from a lower vibe to a higher vibe anytime they desire. And if for whatever reason you're a little stuck in a low vibration, guess what? You don't stay as stuck for as long, and it doesn't feel as intense because you're aware of that self-compassion energy. You're aware of the transmutation that you can do. So those are my personal favorite gifts that we have as empaths, the benefits of being an empath. So now to you, what is your favorite thing about being an empath? I'd love to hear. Please comment in the comment section below. I'm really excited about this one because this is so wonderful. I can't wait to hear. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed at spiritualmechanic.com to get more videos like this. And if you like this video and you know someone who's an empath who wants to experience it as a benefit, as a blessing instead of a curse, please do share this video with them. Let them know. Send it in a personal email or a private message. That way they have access to it. This is beautiful and wonderful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.